Welcome! So welcome to our Valentine's Day special. We have a real treat for you here today. So we're going to show you how to make a wonderful Arouser or natural Viagra smoothie. Woo! However, first, let me explain
Things are getting
why.
hot here today.
Woo! Okay, erectile dysfunction. What's erectile dysfunction? I think that describes it pretty well. Okay. One of the greatest selling drugs of all time is Viagra, and that's because many men struggle with erectile dysfunction. Most men believe this is a facet of aging. However, this is not necessarily the case. 40% of men age 40 struggle with erectile dysfunction.
50% of men age 50 suffer with erectile dysfunction.
And 60% of men age 60
struggle with erectile dysfunction.
So it is a very common and widespread thing. And the reality is, it's a plumbing issue. And by plumbing, that might sound crazy, but your heart is a pump and it pumps all the blood around your body to every artery. And your brain sends messages to parts of your body to do certain functions. And if you've got blockages, it just doesn't work. This is an example that relates to all genital types, just so you're aware.
Yeah, okay. Dr. Joel Kahn is our cardiologist on our Happy Heart course, and he's going to tell you more about it because he's much more qualified than we are.
You need blood flow, men and women, to have a fulfilling sexual response. Why do we have good blood flow? Because we have healthy arteries. Why do we have healthy arteries? Because of healthy lifestyles and hopefully favorable genetics. Inside the artery is like a wallpaper lining that makes a gas of nitrogen and oxygen called nitric oxide. We call it NO in the field. Healthy arteries, rich in plants, diets, and exercise, and not smoking, you'll make a lot of nitric oxide. Your heart will benefit, natural blood pressure control will benefit, a healthy sexual response will benefit. But there are some special secrets. Turns out there are something called dietary nitrates. These are some of the special foods that as we chew them, it's amazing, bacteria on our tongue convert them, and ultimately what shows up in our bloodstream? More nitric oxide, better blood pressure, better heart health, better sexual health. The worst thing you can do before going on a date is a cheeseburger, french fries, and a malt shake. It is absolutely the worst. It'll lower your nitric oxide production because it damages your arteries quickly.
Well, thanks for that, Joel. That was brilliant, really, really was. And Joel is the cardiologist on our Happy Heart course.
What's a cardiologist?
He's a doctor that specializes in the heart. And our Happy Heart course, realistically, we could have called the Happy Heart On course.
Because it really helps with blood flow.
And it's not specific to, we're using, obviously, we have penises, but it's not specific. Like, blood flow is vitally important to the sexual function of everyone's body. It really genuinely is. So if you look after your heart, it's much more easier to have better libido, better sexual health,
Better arousal, the whole thing is all linked.
Okay, Joe was talking there about dietary nitrates, which there's certain foods are naturally really high in them. And these foods are really good for helping the body produce nitric oxide, which is so important for blood flow, which is really important for sexual health. So we're gonna make a beautiful...
Wow, the passion was incredible. Wow.
So we're gonna make a beautiful smoothie.
You're not normally this passionate when we're just doing normal, like
I'm always this passionate. Okay, we're gonna make a lovely, really delicious smoothie that's really high in dietary nitrates. We're gonna use watermelon, pine nuts, we're gonna use some leafy greens, we're gonna use a bit of mango just to bring a bit more sweetness to it, and a bit of beetroot.
Beetroot, and all these foods are really good for blood flow.
For this epic, arousing smoothie, we have half a watermelon, which is approximately 1.5 kilos with the skin on. We have 70 grams of pine nuts, we have a large handful of leafy greens, and finally we have about 80 grams of beetroot, which we just peeled. Pop it all into a blender or high-speed blender and blend till super smooth.
What an arousing smell. That just smells just uplifting.
Jeez.
It smells uplifting.
It really does. Okay, so here we go. 2 glasses of the Arouser.
Cheers to your arousal.
Here we go. Yum.
Genuinely delicious. So just to let you know about our Happy Heart course, which we've had more than 15,000 people, and genuinely we could have called the Happy Heart On course because it really helps with blood flow.
But it's certainly not limited to sexual function. It gets an average drop in cholesterol of 20%.
reduction in blood pressure, improvement in so many different functions. It really, really does, including sexual functions. So yeah, check it out. There's a link to that down below. And Dr. Joel Kahn is part of it as well.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching and
to your health.
Cheers.